Hello and welcome to this edition of Kpsn. Next week will be the last for the class of 2023, so you might say this is the beginning of the end. The end of a long and arduous journey filled with so many great memories. While we have been looking very forward to our last day of high school for a very long time, when the end finally comes, it surely is bittersweet. Our senior spring athletes are entering the final phase of their career at King Philip and have a great deal to reflect on.
Wearing the KP jersey, I feel a lot of pride because our school has a lot of good past athletes and current ones, and I'm proud to represent it.
You know, I felt pride wearing that green and gold, going out for my warriors out there, you know, my blood brothers.
I definitely felt a lot of pride at the end. End of my senior year when we were in the playoffs and we won a game. It just felt amazing, you know, wearing that number one legacy. Shout out Jack Astini, who's wearing it next. But
yeah, the green and yellow always represent, especially in hockey when you put on the yellow jerseys. Just felt amazing. I mean, it's always a big crowd when the yellow jerseys came on, and KP pride.
You know, the pride was definitely there. You know, the green and yellow is just something, you know, you've always represented in this, you know, these three towns. You know, you can feel the pride, especially on those Friday nights, walking out, you know, everyone cheering for you. You know, you're really representing something bigger than just a school.
It's not time to say goodbye just yet. There is still work to be done as the heart of the spring season is here. Our boys lacrosse team has one of their biggest games of the season tomorrow at 10 a.m. when they face off against the leaders of the Hawk, the undefeated Franklin Panthers. Dunny DeVellis, Mason Thompson, and Hayden Schmitz have been heating up on attack, while Noah Minkwitz and Alex Viscuzzi have been playing incredible on both sides of the field. James Boley has been a brick wall in the net for the boys this season with the help of defensemen Brody McDonald, Jack Berthume, and Tyler Douglas. The boys have a tough schedule coming up next week. After Franklin, they will play Lincoln Sudbury and Bishop Fian. After an electric win against Bridgewater Raynham, the team lost a heartbreaker to North Attleboro on Wednesday, 6-5. But there is no time to dwell on that. They have to pick it up and show their confidence against an undefeated Franklin team tomorrow at 10 a.m.
The team is looking great, to be honest. We're like 9-2 at the time. And then we got Franklin on Saturday at 10 a.m. Should be a tough game, but I think we're gonna come out with the win.
I'm here with AIDAN McCarthy, star lacrosse player. How's the team looking?
We're looking pretty good out there. We just got a big win against Attleboro. I gotta give my props to Schmitty out here. We're doing really good. Me and him just got that team chemistry down. I gotta give my shout out to Evan Trujillo out here, ET. He's our team captain out there. Always getting the team hyped up. Bench always is hyped. And yeah, looking really good out there. We got Franklin on Saturday.
Huncho! Hey, Huncho! Let's go, boys!
Excited. We're in D2 this year. I think we're number 5 in the standings right now, but we've beat teams that are above us, so I think we really got a shot to win it all this year.
What are your thoughts on the boys lacrosse season?
You know, coming into the season, tryouts, boys were dropping balls left and right. GBs, they weren't getting low enough. I didn't think we were going to be that good, you know, but we had a good group of kids, and I was like, let's get some lacrosse going. The boys are 10-2 right now. They're kind of rolling, okay? Yesterday, 4-3 at halftime. Bowen got the bench up. He scored 8 goals in 6 minutes, or 6 goals in 8 minutes, something like that. Put it on him, capital, exclamation point. That's how we're finishing this season. Let's go, boys lacrosse.
After beating Attleboro on Monday with a score of 16-1, the girls lacrosse team now holds a record of 8-4. Despite that exciting win at the beginning of this week, the girls had competitive and focused practices in order to prepare themselves for a tough matchup today against Weymouth. They worked on cleaning things up on both the attack and transition and are prepared to hopefully redeem themselves after losing to Weymouth last year. Looking ahead, the girls have a big week coming up with senior night on Monday, followed by out-of-league matchups against Hopkinton and Fian.
Here with Lily McNulty and Mara Boldy after their win against Attleboro. How'd the game go?
It went really well. We have to clean things up, but
yeah, you know, we're getting better every game. Just working toward the tourney.
We just had some of our attack men, you know, the goalie was good on those low ones, but, you know, we put away some top shelf rippers and, you know, she just couldn't get those, so we'll keep that up.
We wish the girls the best of luck with their game today and with next week's tough schedule. The KP softball team is playing at the top of their game with an overall record of 11-1. Their only loss was against the undefeated Taunton Tigers. The girls have mercy ruled 7 teams so far this season. Behind great pitching and good hitting, they've scored 110 more runs than they have allowed. Big shout out to freshman pitcher McCoy Walsh, who threw a no-hitter in the game against Attleboro on Tuesday. She had 12 strikeouts in that game and is well on her way to an exciting career at King Philip. Walsh was also the starting pitcher in their Wednesday night game against the Franklin Panthers, shutting them out as well.
I think she pitched amazing. It's definitely nice when you're out in the field. You don't really have to worry about someone hitting a home run or anything. It's nice and I know it's nice for her knowing that we're there to back her up behind her, but it's also nice knowing we have a pitcher who can also back us up.
It definitely feels great, especially as a freshman, and they really came in with open arms for me to play, and I definitely feel like there's a lot of support on the field and off the field. I usually have a good tempo when I'm pitching, but they definitely tried breaking it by stepping out of the box like every other pitch, but I just kind of stay the same.
We have a lot of power throughout, I think 1 through 9 has a lot of power. We also have a lot of speed on the bases. We've worked really hard on reading pitches and taking extra bases. And then I'd say defensively, everyone's super smart. We have great pitching staff. All 3 of the pitchers, they all can throw and they all bring something different to the table. So it's we have that to rely on, and then our hitting and our defense. It's kind of a perfect storm. We played some pretty good teams. After playing Taunton, it was kind of tough. We wanted to see how we bounce back, and we've done exceptionally well. This next week we have a really tough schedule. We have 5 games in a row. We play Billerica, which is pretty good. Right now it's just beat Taunton. It's always been beat Taunton. They're a good team, but we know what we're up against now, and we know that we work 10 times harder than them. And we're not satisfied with going, with 2 losses. We want to end the season with a loss. We want to upset them. Hawk champs, that's what we want.
Their next game is an out-of-league game on Sunday, May the 14th at Billerica High School. The girls have to stay focused on winning and building momentum before they face Taunton again at home to even the season series and reach that goal of becoming the standalone Hawk champions. After pushing through a very tough schedule this past week with losses against Braintree, Mansfield, and the undefeated Franklin Panthers, the baseball team is looking to bounce back with a win against Milford on Tuesday. It's going to be a hard climb for the boys with the rest of the schedule. They're hitting the ball very well, their defense is pretty strong, and they have a solid pitching staff. Hopefully they can get all those strengths to come through together for a strong finish in the last 3 games of the regular season.
Started heating up. Max Roberson, Brandon Sensei, really starting us off well. Could have done better, defensively. Had some, miscues on the mound. Could have been better pitches. I could have done better pitching. Not my strongest game yesterday. I'm hoping, finish this is strong, better.
Yeah, that one was on us. We'll take the blame for that one. I should have came in and closed the door, but I couldn't. After Brendan's home run opposite field. But we're gonna work hard at practice, hopefully we can get something done. It's been a little slow ride right now, but we'll heat up.
Yeah, we played great today. Put down a very good team. Rudy Shelton. And yeah, we're looking to come out tonight. We got Robbie on the mound. See what can happen. Let's go.
Look at this rake job.
The volleyball team has had some big ups and downs this season and are working hard to get their team to a 500 record before the end of the regular season. After a game tonight on the road against Taunton, the team will have 4 home games to finish out the season. They feel confident that they can come together to gain some winning momentum to close it out with some dubs. Our King Philip track team hosted their final dual meet against Milford on Tuesday, and the team also celebrated their seniors. Both our girls and boys athletes were able to finish their season with one last win at home.
I got the two captains here, Jack McKenna and Gerard Iqbal. How was your experience at KP Track?
You know, I've done 6 total seasons of KP Track between winter and spring track, and it's been a blast. You know, chill sport, but you know, I just get to mess around like that, and yeah, it's pretty good.
This is my 5th season. I was just named captain this season. I love track. I mean, I came into King Philip looking to play soccer, and I ended up graduating as a track athlete. It's one of the best moves that I've made.
How'd you do in the final meet against Milford on Tuesday?
I did decent in shot put, didn't do too well in discus, but overall I feel I did good throughout the season, and I'm happy with the results.
How'd you do in your final meet against Milford on Tuesday?
I didn't do as well as I wanted to. First 2 events went by, didn't really do too good. I got my little run coming up next, and I've got high hopes for that. In disc, I clutched up, got 100 feet, got 3rd place. It's been a solid day. 5 PR, amazing.
Let's go, Danny. Let's go, Danny.
Just ran the 100 meter. How are you feeling?
Awful. Allergies out here. You know, the sun, direction of the earth, you know.
It wasn't my best. However, I won, but it wasn't my best.
The team will spend the coming week training for the Hockomock League Championship meet, scheduled for Saturday, May 20th at Mansfield High School.
Nolan, go!
The boys tennis team is having a rough patch and are now 2-13. They just had their match against Franklin and it came down to the wire. However, in the 3rd set, they lost the match. But the boys have been fighting incredibly hard, and although their results aren't where they want them to be, they're looking to take on every opponent with confidence. Yesterday, they had a match against Attleboro, and with only 4 matches left, they are going to fight with everything they've got to finish the season strong. The girls' tennis team is looking electric and are first in the Kelly Rex. They currently have a record of 9-4 and are a tight race against the Franklin Panthers for 1st place. Unfortunately, the girls had a tough loss on Wednesday against Franklin, falling 3-2 to the Panthers. The girls also played Attleboro home yesterday, and their next match is against Bishop Feen on Monday. The team knows they really have to buckle down in these last legs of the regular season.
Some of our senior athletes took part in a National Signing Day ceremony this week as they affirmed their commitment to a collegiate career. These athletes are shining examples of hard work paying off.
Rudy, what does KP mean to you?
I think KP stands for King Philip.
My name is Kate Bubin, and I'm going to Framingham State University. My major is elementary education, and I'm going to be running for their cross country and track team.
I'm KATARINA PRECOBB. I'm playing for Worcester State, and I am playing on the women's ice hockey team.
I'm going to Connecticut College, and I would be swimming and studying political science and environmental studies.
Western New England University, I will be playing football.
I'm playing at Nichols College, and I'm going to be playing football.
Hi, my name is Olivia Ali. I'm playing softball at UMass Dartmouth.
It feels very good knowing that my hard work paid off, because first year of football was freshman year, so it feels good that it paid off.
It's definitely a big achievement for me in my life. It was a childhood dream of mine to play college softball, and I'm wicked excited to start my new journey.
I was so happy. Because it's not something that I ever thought that I would do. And it made me feel pride because it's something that I've genuinely worked for, and to just feel that pay off. I didn't stop smiling for at least 2 days.
Swimming 6 days a week for club is a lot, and pushing through and reminding myself that it's all part of the process. Not every meet is going to be great, and not every point in the season is going to be a happy moment. And reminding myself that it all leads up to something, and it all builds to something bigger.
I really think the people I've met and the coaches are amazing. Coach Farkash, incredible, and Coach Mack, who I got to know this year, he's awesome too. They really push us to do our best, and it is the best support system on that team. Whether you have a good race or a bad race, there's someone always there patting you on the back, telling you you did a good job.
What was your best memory at KP basketball?
My best memory was probably getting that win in the tournament with the team, just walking into the locker room, having to Stefano fall, slip, land on his back, having all the team there with you when we were down, but also when we were winning, and just to celebrate it with the team at the end of that game.
I learned a lot about like respect and definitely like sticking up for yourself. Playing sports my whole life, it's been a rough time to like get through certain obstacles, and just like sticking with your teammates and always believing in yourself and knowing your abilities and being confident is just the biggest thing I've learned.
It felt good. It felt good to have the pride on my jersey, knowing that I succeeded after doing 4 years of hard work.
It was really symbolic to have that moment of like, okay, I'm taking my track and cross country career to the next level.
Never give up. Coach Lee always says hard work pays off, and that's something that will stick with me throughout my college career and my life, essentially.
With hockey, there's a lot I take away from it. One of the main things is that about never giving up. I've had ups and downs in my career as a hockey player, and just something that I always try to remind myself is that everyone has ups and downs, everyone has bad days, and that there's no, if you give up, then it's just not the way I do things. I just don't want to give up on something that I love so much, and hockey is just a sport that I love. I love the KP softball team. We have so many good memories. Definitely winning the Hawk Championship last year will be forever ingrained in my brain, and especially my teammates. They've always believed in me, and it just gives me more confidence in myself to just keep pushing forward.
It feels good. This has been a long time in the making. Nichols is a place I want to be. I love the coaches, I love the atmosphere, and I'm just ready to get to work.
Everyone at Kpsn would like to give a special shout out to our friend Daniel. We've got some fan mail this week, and it meant a lot to all of us.
I'm here with Jackie B right now, and me and Jackie B just wanted to give a huge shout out to Daniel for submitting some fan mail to Kpsn. What I want y'all to do is smash that like button for Daniel, because you know what? Daniel's a huge supporter of the show, and he deserves the support.
Thank you, Daniel. It looks great.
Daniel, this is awesome. We couldn't appreciate you anymore, and the support you give us, and just makes us keep working harder every week to make the show the best. So again, thank you, Daniel. We love it, and we're definitely gonna keep it.
Red Sox fans were pretty discouraged after the start of the season, but now they're wondering, who are these guys? With a bunch of losses in free agency and many different injuries, the Red Sox are actually rolling. A loss on Sunday night snapped an 8-game win streak, but surprisingly, they aren't last in the division. With their record sitting a little over 500, our team has had many players step up and fulfill those leadership roles we were all looking for. New to our roster in Japan World Baseball Classic champion Masasaka Yoshida. He has recently been on a 15-game hitting streak, and in that span he had 5 home runs and a lot of RBIs to go along with it. The AL East has become one of the most difficult divisions in the league, with the Rays, Blue Jays, and the Orioles ahead of the Sox, but the Yankees are somehow in last place. With Trevor Story and Adam Duvall returning to the lineup at some point, the Sox will look to try to keep the ship floating. They take on the Cardinals tonight at Fenway Park.
How are you feeling about the Red Sox?
Yoshida's nasty. He's from Japan. We're in a tough division in the AL East. And I think that's going to make it hard to make the playoffs, and we can maybe sneak in as a wild card.
The Red Sox, they had a 8-game win streak. Everyone's writing them off, but that team's going to be special when it comes down to crunch time.
The Celtics went into last night's game at the Garden with their backs against the wall, down 3-2 in the series against the Sixers, and man, this series has been brutal. There have been questionable coaching decisions perplexing fans. If you get the ball with 12 seconds left and you have 2 timeouts, use one and drop a play for the players to get a 30-second break that they need for that final push. Also, Jason Tatum has been hot and cold, mostly cold. He hasn't been the leader the team was counting on. Jaylen Brown seems to be the only thing that is keeping this team together. Al Horford has had a few shining moments, but in Game 5 he had 0 points while guarding MVP Joel Embiid, who racked up 33 points in that one. Long story short, the team has been disappointing.
I think the Celtics struggles are mostly coming from Marcus Smart. I think he's honestly one of the most overrated players in the league.
They're just so on and off. I mean, one night Tatum will go for 42 and then the next day he'll go 7. It just doesn't make sense.
That's our broadcast today. Seniors, make the last week a good one. Go out with pride and knowing you gave your all right down to the last time the bell rings at 2:15. Go get it.